Erectile dysfunction typically only comes up in jokes or Viagra commercials. But if we actually had an honest conversation about it, we'd learn so much about why it happens and the treatment options, which include penile implants. Yes, breasts are not alone. There is actually an implant designed for the penis, but it served a far greater purpose than just aesthetics. Can you talk to me about erectile dysfunction and what some of the causes are and how many people actually suffer from this?
It's a tremendous problem. There's over 30 million men in the United States who are thought to have it. The most common causes are things like diabetes, prostate cancer, high blood pressure, years of cigarette smoking,
obesity,
and the like.
Let's talk about obesity, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, all the health things that they could avoid if they took their penis more seriously.
Is this something that you find men wouldn't want to go to a doctor about, wouldn't want to even admit to anybody?
Look, yes, absolutely, because men, obviously, as everybody knows, this is no breaking news, we get a lot of our masculinity by our sexual prowess and anything that's quote-unquote attached to that. So with any kind of penis erectile dysfunction, a guy is going to feel insecure and want to take any measure. The problem in the United States is this. We don't give any kind of incentive for preventative medicine, meaning take care of yourself, exercise, don't be a fat pig, especially if you're a guy. You know, otherwise we have this kind of mentality like, oh, I was just lazy my entire life. Now I'm going to go take a pill or get an operation. And I want doctors to stay in business for the right reasons. But I think that, look, men, you need to practice now and take the steps now so that you don't have this drastic situation down the road.
How often do men experience it on a smaller scale, and when does it become something that you actually need to see a doctor about?
Well, you know, my practice is about 80% guys with erectile dysfunction. It comes in all degrees and severities. If it's only mild, it may not need any treatment. If it's moderate or severe, then people often are coming in and requesting to be diagnosed and treated. We can diagnose most people very precisely just with some blood tests and typically a penile blood flow test. That'll often precisely pinpoint what the problems are.
I want to show a clip from Profiles by Vice that demonstrates how the penile implant works. Let's take a look.
This is the inflatable penile prosthesis. Spanish people call it la bombita. Why they call it la bombita? Because this is the bomb, the little bomb that sits in your scrotum. The cylinders go into the penis. The pump goes into the scrotum. When you want to have sex, all you do is you pump your third testicle, the one that doesn't hurt. You just keep pumping it. And like a bicycle pump, the harder that gets, the harder your penis gets. So I teach guys, you got to use two thumbs. Get two thumbs on it so you can get it as hard as you possibly can. So once it's fully inflated, then it actually feels just like the penis used to. You have a penetrating erect penis. So these are indestructible.
If you're going to get it done, you really ought to go see someone who is a high-volume surgeon. For example, someone who's done over 1,000 of them. That gets you your best possible chance of getting a good result. Number two, they've been around for over 30 years. They're among the most reliable of all implantable devices. So they are very sturdy. They're not indestructible, but they're very sturdy and very reliable. They have about, give or take, a 95% chance of reliability over 5 years. 5% chance you might have a trouble with it. But even if they malfunction, we can replace it. We can fix it or replace it, so you're still back in business.
So Dr. Garber, from what I understand and from what we learned from this video, you can actually pump it up and you achieve erection. Now, I know for women particular, when it comes to orgasm, most of it is not, you know, anatomical. A lot of it's in our own head. So can you still achieve orgasm with the erectile, penile implant, or is this solely for an erection?
Well, the implant, as I said, it's a hydraulic system for your penis. It just provides penile rigidity. All of the normal sensation, climax, orgasm, ejaculation, and pleasure are still there. It just gives you an erection on command, and it allows you to have sex as often and as long as you like. And that's one of the beauties of the implant. Not only will it restore your erection, but it will restore your confidence. Because once you have an implant, you know it's going to work for as long as you want it to. So the confidence is a big part of it.
Science has determined that 5.6 inches while erect is the average number for most men. So whether or not size matters, still up for debate, but at least men can know how they measure up.